Hello everyone, I'm Joe, and I just got the new version of the SCX24 Isokinetic axles from MEUS in, so I figured I'd go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison with the original. There are more than enough videos featuring the original version of this axle, so I'm going to focus on the changes they've made. We'll start with looks. The original has this diamond-shaped housing and a sharp edge here where the axle tube meets the center. The new version has a much more rounded center housing, giving it a bit more clearance. Also, the details look like an oil fill plug, which gives it a bit more of a stock or scale appearance than the original in my opinion. The first functional difference in between them is the screws that attach the knuckles. The original uses a screw with a sleeve through it, and the new version uses a shoulder bolt. As you can see, the new rounded hardware has a larger diameter to it than the original, meaning the knuckles are not compatible. The next functional difference is the servo mount. The mounting hole locations on the original servo mount do not line up with the stock mount. The new axle uses the stock mounting hole pattern. This means most aftermarket mounts that fit a stock housing should fit, but it also means that the mount from the original axle will not fit the new one. Another difference you'll notice is the rear upper link mount on the original axle was a removable piece with more mounting options. The new one has less mounting options, but also has a lower profile and is built into the housing. The underdrive gears for the rear axle are the same. The original front axle weighs 71 grams. The new front axle weighs 71 grams. The original rear axle weighs 35 grams. The new rear axle weighs 33 grams. The original front axle is 100 millimeters from hex to hex. The new front axle is also 100 millimeters from hex to hex. The original rear axle is 99 millimeters from hex to hex. And the new rear axle is also 99 millimeters from hex to hex. Both are obviously using the same 7mm wheel hex. Both the original and the new weighted knuckle have the same diameter. The shock and link mounts are all the same. Here's a front CVD from the original. And here's a CVD from the new version. They look identical. The most important difference is this right here. The original axle came with this chrome metallic reflective MEUS sticker, and the new version, no sticker. Lastly, I want to compare the front gears because the original version uses custom gears that are not compatible with stock. I believe the new axle is the same. These new V2 axles will be going into my very first fully custom LCG build, so please consider subscribing if you'd like to see that. Alright, now that we're inside, let's take a look at these front gear sets, and they appear to be the same. I'm not seeing any difference here. That means these two sets of gears should be compatible between version 1 and 2, but it also means that stock gears will not work just like the original. That's going to be it for this comparison. I would say if you already have the original version of these axles, then there's absolutely no reason to run out and grab the new ones. But if you're in the market for a new set of axles for your SCX24 build, well, then I'd probably grab the new version, especially if you're looking for something that's a little more scale. If you're into 10th scale crawlers, I'm putting together a cheap brushless Enduro buggy build from some old parts and some AliExpress stuff, and maybe even a few 3D printed parts. I'll also be assembling my very first Tamiya kit here, with a few official hop-out parts, a few 3D printed parts, and some patience. So if that project sounds interesting to you, please stay tuned. Once again, I'm Joe. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.